Tuesday morning, and after lunch, we'll do our invocation this morning.
Our Father, we thank you for this new day and for new opportunities and for new faith. We ask that you will guide us by your Holy Spirit in deliberations as the commissioners make decisions and the people give input. We pray for wisdom and direction. And we ask, Lord, that you will give us peace, the peace that only you can give and you always give in every way as we ask you. In Jesus' name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'm going to take a moment to read County Ordinance 1-200. A, regular meeting. The purpose of a regular business meeting is for the Board of County Commissioners to conduct the business of Bonner County publicly. Regular business meetings do not constitute public hearings wherein the public has the right to be heard on every agendized item. However, at the discretion of the chair, everyone may be afforded an opportunity to speak on a particular issue, if recognized by the chair. Any unrecognized comment or disruptive behavior will be grounds for removal from the board meeting by the chair and may subject that person being removed to criminal prosecution according to the law. It is 9:02. I'll recess this meeting till 10 o'clock.
So could I challenge the decision of the
You can challenge
chair?
it, but we're recessed. Thank you.
So the comment period is not part of the agenda. It's actually before the agenda. And so I will again remain available to have discussion with the community as duly noticed. Although that ordinance was read, legal has given counsel to this Board of Commissioners that our ordinance implies that we allow the community to actively participate in a meaningful way in the conduct of our business. And this particular ordinance being used would only address, as he stated, each individual item, but our public comment section comes before that, and it's 60 minutes straight, and there's nothing that he stated that removes that. So at this time, if the public has comments, I would encourage you to make those comments. I do understand that there's frustration over the way in which this continues to happen, but any comments from the public regarding the business of Bonner County? I know there's people, the list was put out for people to sign up to make comments, but I
Okay, it is 10 o'clock. We are out of recess, and at this time, I would entertain a motion to adopt the order of agenda.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information before us, I move to adopt the order of agenda as presented.
Second the motion?
Roll call vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. District 2 Commissioner report.
All righty. This Thursday is a very busy Thursday. Priest River Watershed Group is meeting at the community center at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So they've been having multiple meetings about the water features down there. So if you want to participate with that, there is a movement of the Stop the Smart Cities, and it's taking hold a lot in Kootenai County. So the June 28th town hall was attended by a lot of elected officials, with Kootenai County Republican Central Committee voting unanimously to not support that movement. They are looking for Bonner County residents and elected officials to be involved and engaged in that. They have another meeting that is coming up on the 13th. It'll be at the Live Coffee and Public House in Coeur d'Alene at 6:30. And so if you have the ability or the interest to get involved in what is a smart city and how is that being rolled out into North Idaho, it's a fantastic opportunity to learn. I know that I think there were quite a few commissioners from Kootenai County that also spoke at the town hall. So June 13th at 9 a.m. At our county building, we will have our emergency, July. When they mouth you the right answer. July 13th, we'll have the emergency planning meeting. Some people have asked about what is Bonner County's process regarding emergencies. That's a good meeting to participate with because it brings in a lot of people from different areas. And as mentioned, the rezoning of the Justice Center piece of land hearing for the city of Sandpoint is on the 18th at 4 p.m. at the City Hall building. This is an extension of the request that was submitted by Bonner County commissioners to rezone that piece of property. So showing up and voicing your concerns is valuable to that process. I do not know where we are with that grant, as it was on the agenda last week and it didn't come back to this agenda this week, but that was something that maybe Commissioner Ahmet will expand upon in his commissioner report. I am gonna do a kind of an announcement also for the suicide prevention and awareness. I sit on our behavioral health board, and that walk is going to be on September 9th. I will keep reminding us as we get closer to that date, but as you know, mental health treatment in Bonner County and Kootenai County is limited. And so we want to make sure that we support providers that are willing to come into our area. So I want to thank everybody that came to the morning commissioner talk with Bob Howard, and to thank emergency management and waste management. That was very beneficial to kind of pull into the community what's being worked on. We have the next few weeks scheduled. Next week will be Rosedale. Our clerk is going to go over kind of the recall effort that's happening with West Bonner County School District to let you know the rules, the guidelines, how the vote takes place, who gets to vote, so that we get some more clarity on the process of a recall. And then directly after that, we're going to have Lewis Marshall, who is our prosecutor, attend a talk. And he's going to give more information to the public as to the prosecutor's role with the county commissioners, and then to go over some of the projects that their office works on. It does tend to look like, from community view, that they're just the answering board for us, but they actually do a lot in our community, and we need to make sure that we give that information to the community as what they're working on. In August, the first 2 Tuesdays are going to be our assessors. We've gone through all of our Board of Equalization hearings. There's been a lot of questions on how we value property and how that valuation turns into the taxes. So the first week, our newly appointed assessor, Mr. Engelhardt, is going to discuss the valuation aspect of it to include kind of those enhancements that you see on your bill, and then how that translates into taxation. And on the third week, which is the 15th, Jason Topp, our director of Road and Bridge, who's right there, is going to give us an update, let us know about our Dufort Road, and then just road education in general, to address some of the main topics that people have asked me about roads in Bonner County, so that we can make sure we're improving the communication throughout the county. So thank you again for showing up. It was a really good turnout. The more people come, the more informed we are as a community, and that we can hold our elected officials responsible. for what our function is to represent the people. So with that, is there any question for me from the public? No questions? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. District 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've been working on a number of issues, and I will address them one at a time. First off, Bonner Soil and Water Conservation District has received a grant for composting, which I'm pretty excited about as a gardener. It's going to start off on Idaho Hill, and hopefully it will expand to the Coburn site after those programs, after the construction project is completed. As many people are aware, there is a fire in Clarkport. I have attended 2 of their briefings, and I have to say, we are blessed to have 2 fixed-wing aircraft and to have 3 helicopters. The government has spent, both federal and state, over $1.4 million in controlling this fire. I attended these meetings with our Director of Emergency Management, Bob Howard. As of Saturday, there were 127 personnel on the ground from 2 different states, and I may have got that wrong, and if so, I apologize. 4 hotshot crews. It was 33 acres as of last week, and it has expanded to 37 acres. The Forest Service and IDL is taking an extremely aggressive approach to managing this fire, and their priority is to protect life and private property. And we are lucky that so far it has been so mild in the season. In regards to meetings, since I took office in January, I have been focused on the meetings. And to be honest, I am embarrassed by these meetings, and that includes the board, but it also includes some members of the public. And I've noticed that there is a preponderance of precinct committeemen and women from the Bonner County Republican Central Committee. And I have been in touch with Senator Herndon, or Chair Herndon, regarding my concerns. Article 2 of the Idaho Republican Party platform reads, "The Idaho Republican Party believes that government works best when its citizens become actively involved. The party encourages all citizens to engage in healthy debate on all issues that will increase citizen control of government." Section 2, I believe, is very clear where it states, "We seek to heighten the level of discourse by encouraging all office holders, candidates, and citizens to be civil, dignified, honest, and forthright in their discussion, actions, statements, and political processes. This includes the actions of special interest groups who provide support for or against any Idaho candidate." Considering some of the meetings that we have, I guess I would question that. When I offer to have a cup of coffee with someone and someone instead chooses to choke, that's upsetting. But fortunately, we have good EMS in this county. So whether that individual would like it or not, we would do our best to save their life. Now, I don't know where there is confusion that, well, I don't want anybody to choke. That's upsetting. You brought it up. Now, the purpose of the regular business meeting is for the Board of County Commissioners to conduct the business of Bonner County publicly, as stated by the chairman. The purpose of public comment is not to disrupt, harangue, or harass. Now, I appreciate it when Mr. Rose very nearly holds my hand after a meeting and walks me into my office. But as a 46-year-old man, I am exceedingly capable of walking all by myself and having cell phones jammed into my face, or chasing someone, or having someone holding up signs calling me a coward speaks volumes. So what I have done, not only have I been in touch with Chair Herndon, I have also been in touch with the Office of the Bonner County Prosecutor, and I have submitted a request for guidance regarding a proposed ordinance. And following that, we will report back. But I will tell you very clearly, the conduct at meetings to include the Board of County Commissioners, so yes, I am accepting responsibility for my role in that, as well as that of the public, has an awful lot of room for improvement. Our employees do not want to come to these meetings because of the tenor of them. Not only are they voters, but they have a right to be able to work in a place that is not toxic. Thank you for proving my point, Dave.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
That's what I'm aware of. So, as I take my photo of George, will you smile for my camera? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And now to get back to the business of the county.
Interesting sentence in 1-200. Any unrecognized comment or disruptive behavior will be grounds for removal from the board meeting by the chair, and they subject the person to remove to criminal prosecution. You sure you want to continue down this path?
Free speech.
We're not going to have any public comment, but thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
I can't respond. My name was mentioned as report.
No, you cannot. Thank you. Okay. Items over 5,000. Batteries for the sheriff's department, $16,884. Solid waste stickers, postage, $24,405. And I will entertain the motion.
I have
on
a
the
point of
consent agenda.
clarification. The reason you make that statement is because you know the public has a question regarding the dollar amount of some of those items, which is in line with basically public comment. You're just advancing his comment. Is there a reason that, given that Commissioner Ahmad specifically mentioned the name of a resident of Bonner County, is not allowed to give a response to that? Because in as much as you're saying that you value public comment, Commissioner Ahmad mentioned Mr. Rose's name, and you're drawing forward a comment question from a member of the community in your response just now.
No, that's actually a courtesy on my part. Thank you very much, though, for your comment.
So
I'd
should we
entertain a motion
extend, should
to
we
approve
extend the courtesy to
consent
Mr.
agenda.
Rose? Should we extend the courtesy to Mr. Rose?
No, we will
Commissioner
not.
Ahmad made a,
No, we will not.
Comment
If he
in
wants to talk to
negative.
Mr. Omont, he can do that after the meeting.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information before us, I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Mike Rosedale.
Morning, Commissioners. Morning, everybody. For you, I have claims batch number 20 in the amount of $973,866.65, and demand batch number 20 in the amount of $1,146,243.46, totaling $2,120,101.11 for your approval.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information before us, I move to approve demands and batch number 20 totaling $2,120,101.11.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. In that demand batch, at 176,000 for pharmacies, 20,000 for health administration, 40,000 for the bonfire. And Jason spent a boatload so that Doug, Maureen, and Brian could drive to work or drive here more easily in the future, of $839,000. Anyway, those are the big tickets. Thank you very much. Okay, next I have EMS claims batch number 20 in the amount of $17,641.89 for your approval.
I move to approve, I just lost my spot, FY23 EMS claims batch number 20 totaling $17,641.89.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, Road and Bridge.
Morning, Commissioners. Jason Top, Director, Road and Bridge for the record. So I got several items today. I'll probably take up most of it. So first one I have is moving some money from our A budget to our B budget line items. Idaho Code 31-1605 provides that the Board of County Commissioners may adjust the budget as adopted, provided there shall be no increase in anticipated property taxes. With that being said, Road and Bridge didn't have anybody apply for any of our flagger positions, so I had to go out and actually contract those flaggers out this year. I have to move that money out of our A budget line and do our contract miscellaneous to pay for these flaggers. And that'd be about $20,000 worth of transferred in there. And we're making the request, let's see, I already did all that stuff. So Road and Bridge is requesting the Commissioners authorize the clerk to open the fiscal 23 budget, transfer $20,000 from our A budget to our B budget as outlined in the resolution attached.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve Resolution 23-52, authorizing the clerk to open the Road and Bridge fiscal year 2023 budget and transfer $20,000 from the A budget to the B budget as detailed in the resolution.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote.
Yes.
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 All right, thank you. My second item is adding unanticipated funds into our revenues. So what I want to do is bring unanticipated items and add them to our 0028760. This one's the same. Idaho Code 31-1605 provides that the Board of County Commissioners may adjust the budget as adopted, provided that there shall be no increase in anticipated property taxes. Bonner County Road and Bridge received unanticipated revenue from the state of Idaho in the sum of $98,691.18. We also received $80,831.17 of unanticipated revenue from our forest apportionment, for a combined total of $179,522.35. We are proposing to increase Bonner County Road and Bridge line items 0028760, contract roads by $179,522.35, as these funds can assist in the Dufert Road Emergency Project for fiscal 23. Road and Bridge requests the Commissioners authorize the clerk to open the fiscal 23 budget and add the unanticipated revenue to the Road and Bridge B budget for a total increase of $179,522.35. Please reference the attached budget amendment.
I move to approve Resolution 2353, authorizing the clerk to open the Road and Bridge FY 2023 budget and add unanticipated revenues to the Bonner County Road and Bridges B budget for the sum of $179,522.35 as detailed in the resolution.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, this one's to actually spend some money. So this is for a 950 GC for an end loader. This is a 2021, it's a used state return from Western States. We're using the governmental source well contract for the sum of $230,000. Road and Bridge received a quote for the used loader from Western States CAT and a quote from John Deere for a new loader because they could not provide a used one. So Western States was the lower quote. We would like to proceed in this purchase. Please see the attached quote for $230,000. The funds will come from 002-9520 Capital Heavy Equipment, as that has an unobligated amount of $217,000. The remaining $13,000 will come from 002-8490 Plant Asphalt Mix. This loader will be used for year-round use for Bonner County.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information, I move to approve the purchase of the 950 GC loader M5204348 from Western States CAT, utilizing the governmental source well contract for the sum of $230,000.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Yes.
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 All right, my last one's actually for more money. So Bonner County Road and Bridge, I'm going to shorten this memo up a little bit. After the collapse of the culvert on June 4th, we actually went and applied for an emergency grant through LTAC, which is our local highway technical assistance council, and we were awarded a $100,000 LRIP grant, which is for the local rural highway improvement program. These are emergency funds that are available, and we actually got awarded the $100,000. So with that being said, Idaho Code 31-1605 provides that Bonner County Commissioners may adjust that budget as adopted, provided there shall be no increase in anticipated property taxes. We are proposing to increase Bonner County Road and Bridge budget line item 0028750 contract miscellaneous by $100,000 to help cover with emergency project. Road and Bridge request Commissioners authorize the clerk to open the fiscal 23 budget and add the unanticipated revenue to Road and Bridge's B budget for a total of $100,000. Please reference the attached amendment resolution.
I move to approve Resolution 2354, authorizing the clerk to open the Road and Bridge FY 2023 budget and add unanticipated revenues to the Bonner County Road and Bridge's B budget for the sum of $100,000 as detailed in the resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Yes.
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 All right, thank you.
Facilities?
Good morning. Teddy Lupton, Director of Public Works, for the record. On May 16th, 2023, the Board of Bonner County Commissioners authorized Facilities and Engineering to advertise for bids to construct the EMS Station 1 and the administrative offices on Ontario Street. Advertisements were published in the Daily Bee on May 19th and May 26th. On June 15th, 2023, Bonner County held a bid opening for the following received bids. Kilgore Construction, $7,190,000. Helm Cascade is $109,000. Sorry. Emmerich Construction is $9,009,000. Swinnerton Builders is $8,119,633, and Gino Construction is $7,533,000.
Betty, can I ask you a clarification? Can you say the Kilgore Construction, because it doesn't match what you said?
$7,190,000.
So this says $6,994,000.
That's the wrong one. This is the one I thought I had turned in.
So
there's an alternate, which is $196,000 for the DMV renovation in Suite 101.
So it was noticed with a dollar amount of the 7 million, but your memo says 6.
Not sure this is the one I turned in. This is the copy I have. That's what it was. Yeah, I get.
Oh, we have different ones.
Yes, this was the wrong one that Nancy signed. It was,
Second page has
the second page has the bid tabulation on it.
But the memo is wrong.
So what happened was you guys were given the one that Nancy signed, and the added had to be put on there.
So this needs to be corrected because the auditor needs to sign the right review.
So the difference is the $194,000.
$196,000 for the additional.
Mhm. And what did you submit to the board? Because this is the part, this is the total value, but the 7.19 million
Yes.
is the part that was what they actually were approved for at the bid open, or
Yes.
that's what they submitted, right? So what you guys would be approving today is that larger number. That's what the proposal is, correct?
Yes, correct.
And do you have any questions about the difference between those two numbers? Just to make sure there's no confusion at all. It's the base number for the larger project, just a hair under 7, and then the additional difference, which you guys obviously
I
didn't
can
have
see
notice of, is
that,
the
I can see
196.
the difference on the tabulation, the bid tabulation.
Okay.
But
The memo didn't have it?
well, and it doesn't have the auditor's signature on it then, because the auditor is not signing off on the actual figure that you're asking us to approve.
Well, that's
Where did Mike
for
go?
them, yeah.
Or Nancy?
This, in my opinion, this has to go back and get done so that when we're approving it in its correct form. To approve it, we can only approve it at what the auditor reviewed it as, not the attachment that corrects, because you could go either way.
Ms. Lupton, on your form, it appeared that the auditor had approved that number. Is that correct?
She did not sign this one, no. I was out of the office. And when that original was given to her, I had forgot to include in the total price the added the DMV renovation on the full totals. But the full totals I have on mine, which is what I emailed, matches the bid
So
tabulation.
that'd be 7,190,000 would be the amended motion.
Yes.
Okay, and then the paperwork would get corrected.
And then I need to,
No, I don't believe,
If the board or is comfortable approving what auditing has approved, which is the 6.994, you could do that today, and then at a subsequent meeting next week, you could come
I can
back
do
with
that.
the additional 196 after they've had a chance to weigh in on that.
So
Basically,
you could kick me for being too much of a stickler, but their bid isn't the 699. Their bid is a base of 699 with the ultimate that brings it to the 7 million. So what you're proposing is that she has it listed on the memo that we have that's signed by the auditor that the bid was for 6 million, but that is
that's
not
the
what,
base bid.
but that is, I understand that based on the attachment, but that is not what the memo is. The memo isn't asking us to review the base bids, it's the total bid. So how do we extract the dollar amount?
A memo is just a administrative formality.
I'm not,
If you
I'm
guys-
speaking to the auditor having signed off on this. The auditor has not signed off on the other portion. And at the end of the day, yes, we will approve the dollar amount, but there's a reason, there's a process and procedure in place. So what is the advice from council on that?
So we could approach this a couple different ways. I think we have Nancy and Mike are upstairs. If you guys, it sounds like she has actually looked at the addendum. So if we want to just recess for 3 minutes and let me walk up there and grab her, if you guys want to let one of them speak right now, if that would satisfy your concerns, maybe we can go that way.
Michael was speaking up. Nancy.
Nancy will, okay.
Mhm.
I think the alternative is, given now that what you have in front of you is an approval of the just less than 7 million. The board could approve that today. I think that would be appropriate. Then you can come back next week to do the 196 if that's what you want to do as well. You guys have a preference?
That'd
for how you'd
probably
like
be
to
the
proceed?
simplest, huh?
Could you have Spencer? Please, could you come to the mic so that everybody online can hear you?
It would be good to approve the base bid right now, just to, one, show the contractor, hey, we're moving forward with this. Two, they can get going on what they need to do as far as acquiring the bonds and that sort of thing. We can get the ad alternate on next, for the next agenda, and then we can get both of them approved once we sign the contract. So I think it would be a good idea, just as a matter of time and moving forward, if we could just at least award the base bid.
But we could also just ask Nancy to say she approved,
Yeah,
that the audit
If you
and
guys don't
approved the whole
mind, I can
thing.
run upstairs and grab her real quick.
That way
Shoot her a
it's all
text.
done and you don't have to.
Yeah,
come back.
I'd just like to make a good faith.
Okay, well, it is 10:29. We will recess until William gets back.
So now she's signed the document, so that she's signed the updated one. So we're good to go.
They need to affirm it on the record.
No, it was because
Okay.
the reason I was asking was because my signature wasn't on the dollar amount she was asking for.
Okay, it is 10:33. We're back out of recess and we'll entertain a motion. Or corrected, or
No,
however y'all
can I
want to go
finish
forward.
reading to you?
You want to read the corrected
I
one?
have a story to tell.
Okay,
Oh,
Do
We
you
like
need to tell them
stories.
that this amount is okay on record?
Yes, Nancy Twynham, Comptroller, for the record, there is appropriate budget authority for that additional amount to be added to this.
So when you look at your tabulation sheet, so on your first one, when you look at Kilgore, you have 696 million, and then you're adding the 196. When you go over to the next person, they were 7 million, but then their next number was 246. Why didn't those same calculations, why was it tabulated the same
They
on your
work.
memo?
They work.
Helm Cascade is at 8 million.
Yeah, if you add the base bid and the alternate bid, it comes to
So you
the,
just forgot it on the Kilgore, that's what it was?
No,
Or you didn't think
No,
of
it's
base,
on
because
there.
I don't recall, I'm not able to see it. I'm curious actually now as to what that second number represented on the bid.
the second number, the alternate bid,
Yeah.
is to construct a DMV office where Road and Bridge is and move Road and Bridge down so that DMV can be moved into the admin building and not pay rent at the mall anymore.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
is that the story you were gonna tell us or something?
No, I'm going to tell you some more stories.
Oh, thank you. I'm so ready.
So H2A has reviewed the bids and provided the attached bid tabulation. Kilgore Construction has been selected as the low responsive bidder for the project. We recommend the commissioners approve the attached award to Kilgore Construction. This project will be funded with 00118-9480 General Fund Capital Construction, and it was approved by Legal and Auditing.
Is that the end of it?
I have no more stories.
Thank you for your story.
You're very welcome.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information before us, I move that the county authorize the notice of award to Kilgore Construction for EMS Station 1 and the office project in the amount of $7,190,000. I further move to authorize the chairman to sign the notice administratively.
I'm going to second the motion for the purpose, but it is not actually, the numbers don't come out the same, but that number would come out the least. Kilgore still comes out the least. I don't, like, if you look at Gino, their dollar amount is 7,338,000. You put Gino at 7,533,000, and that's before we add in the 195. So, okay, I'll second the motion. It's fine.
roll call vote.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it is 10:36 and we will recess for 10 minutes and then go upstairs to executive session. Thank you, everybody, for coming.